Let's go on a safari at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Hey everyone, it's Herb from World of Walt, and welcome to another live broadcast from the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. Today I'm trying out a new technology in an attempt to broadcast to both Facebook and YouTube live at the same time. We will see if it works. I'll also see if the comments work, which I hope they will, but one never knows. You try out some new technology, it's hard to say. Good morning, Susan. Mark, hello to you. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So it looks like comments are coming through, which is good. The technology is cooperating to some extent. Tree life looking good. Today, a bit of a warm day. It is 82 on the way up to 92, but not bad. Looks like I'm getting double views of comments. Let's see if I can take care of that. There we go. Bill, good morning to you in southeastern Pennsylvania. Nice to see you. Susan's got 85 degrees in southern Florida. A few degrees up on us, which is typical for central versus southern Florida. Donna, good morning to you in the Chicago area. Janet from South Carolina, hello to you. So today I have a lightning lane reservation for Kilimanjaro Safaris, which begins at 10:15. So we may take the long way back to Africa via Pandora. Take a look at some of the wait times in Pandora and we'll check out what's going on there. Charles says audio's coming through weird today. Okay, that is good to know. Please keep me posted on whether or not that continues or not. I am using a new application in an attempt to go live at both YouTube and Facebook at the same time. We'll see how it goes. So far the video looks okay on my side. The comments look like they're coming through. Marcia, hello to you. Tanya says, why are there closed captions on here? It's interesting. That may be because of this new application. Let me know what you think about that. I don't know if there's a way for me to turn it off, but you can keep me posted if everyone is seeing that. Hello, Queen Honey Bear. Good to see you. Barbie says video is very clear. That's good news. So interesting thing about this particular app is that I do have an option to select the video quality. By default, I think it's set up as 720p, maybe 720 lines of resolution. I was able to bump it up to 1080. John Bo to you. Susan, we do have some very nice clear skies. Charles sees some closed captions as well. Deborah says everything's coming through fine. Okay, good. Brian, happy Saturday to you. Marlene says can't send comments, but you did send a comment, so hopefully it's working okay. Maybe it's just not as familiar, or maybe a little bit delayed. Barbara, hello to you. Says good morning from overcast Massachusetts. Jeff says looking good on YouTube. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate your joining there. Alan says like seeing the closed captions in case we don't hear what you say. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Tracy, good morning to you. Susan says loves it. Thank you, Susan. Sandy says saw the closed captions and then they went away. Okay, so technology is being interesting. Janet says screen is very clear, audio is good. Okay, Janet, thank you. Good to know. Marlene, hello to you. Happy to bring you a little bit of Disney fun. Appreciate your being here. So we are headed away from Discovery Island in Disney's Animal Kingdom on our way over to Pandora. And you can hear the change in the soundscape as the music fades to the background. And all of these insect, animal sorts of sounds are coming up. Christine has no closed captions. Okay, good to know. Jim says great video quality and closed captions are great. So it looks like closed captions are kind of on and off for some different folks. Not sure if that might be a local setting or maybe, I don't know, just something weird going on. So one of the things I really love about Pandora is the mix of earthly nature and Pandoran nature, like this massive plant thing, which looks like it could eat you. But I think it's very cool. Actually, it's neat that the fog effect is working there. Always glad to see when things like that are turned on. Dennis in Pennsylvania is going to be here July 20th. Ted shared the broadcast on a couple of groups. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate that. Elmer, hello to you. Tanya says, audio and screen are amazing and bright. Loves the sound of nature. Great. Thank you. Stacy says, sounds like cicadas. You know, it does kind of sound like that. Cicadas are very loud. I lived in the north and I've been through a couple cicada cycles. I remember one where I was in a school at university, and a poor girl had a book, her hands full of books, walking out of the library, and it was just early in the cicada season, so everybody, including me, was still a little bit freaked out by these huge cockroach-like bugs, and they're not shy to jump on you, and one of them jumped on her, and she dropped all of her books, and just a flurry of paper went everywhere. She started screaming, and I felt so bad for her. I tried to help her out, but I think she was also a little mentally fatigued by the whole incident. Rick is an Animal Kingdom fan. Thank you. Karen says a mix of natural and Pandoran vegetation is great. Floating mountains looking good, especially against the clear blue sky today. Nikki says, loves Test Track. Can't wait to see what it looks like when it's open. I am looking forward to that as well. So I believe that Disney cast member previews are happening right now. I actually caught a video on YouTube of a ride-through on Test Track 3.0, which I'm a little bit surprised because often during cast member previews that's not permitted, but somebody made it happen. And you know, the layout looked the same. Sort of the theming is a bit different. The narration is different. So I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. I'm glad the Test Track got some love. Keith said it's opening on July 22nd. And Marlene says it's time for a shameless plug. Marlene, thank you for asking for the shameless plug from the Pin of the Month Club. Today you win the award, my undying appreciation. If you or anyone you know would like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, you know what to do. Check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Michelle, good morning. Appreciate your being here. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom. John, thanks for putting the link to the World of Walt store in the chat. worldofwalt.com/store, where you can get links to the Pin of the Month Club as well as t-shirts, magical countdown calendar. And thanks to everyone who has supported me in the past through those endeavors. Much appreciated. Terry, good morning to you. Thank you for sharing the broadcast. I appreciate that. I love the water in Floating Mountains. I think it's just beautiful. It adds some motion and color, some depth. Buster, good morning to you in steamy Hilton Head Island. There said lots of yellow shirts. I think it's always kind of fun when families all decide to dress the same. Good way to keep an eye on everybody. Make sure that no one is accidentally being left behind. Shelley, 69 days to go. Going to be here for 10 days. Tracy from Minnesota, hello. It looks like the standby wait time for Pandora Flight of Passage is 115 minutes, darn near 2 hours. But at least a good chunk of it's in the air conditioning, and it's a great attraction, for sure, a great attraction. Buster celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday, Buster. I hope that you have a wonderful upcoming year. Joanna, good morning, says, can't wait for September when she's going to be here in Disney. Good for you. I hope you have an amazing trip. Hopefully it will start to cool off a little bit. It has been warm here, but you know, not outrageously warm. I mean, it's Central Florida, so it's almost always hot. But highs of 92 at the end of June is not bad. I would typically expect to see 97s and 98s, which are about as high as we get here. So the weather has not been so terrible. Tanya, good morning to you. Peggy says, hot with high tides in the Keys. Hope that you're getting a little bit of ocean breezes to help offset the warm temperatures. Keys, very interesting. Further down south you go, the more I think it looks like an entirely different world. Water, beautiful. The sights are amazing. Edward, good morning to you. Nice to see you. Linda, hello to you. 77 degrees in Ontario, Canada. Feels like 97. You got a warm day up there. I hope that you are doing well. Thanks for spending some of your Saturday with me. Peggy says 103 yesterday. Wow, that's hot. That is hot. Christine is heading there for her birthday in 2 weeks. Christine, an early happy birthday to you. Hope you have great travels and a wonderful time. Enjoy. Mary says heading to be 84 in New Jersey, North Jersey, excuse me. So we're going to be a little bit warmer than you, but not drastically warmer. Jack, hello, nice to see you. And Joanne, good morning. Appreciate everyone being here. A tour of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Started off in Discovery Island, taking a little stroll through Pandora. Always enjoy the soundscape here. It really just jumps out at me every time. So we're headed back to Africa, where I have a lightning lane reservation for Kilimanjaro Safaris. So we'll see how the animals are doing with the warmth. It's still pretty early in the day. Well, very happy Saturday to you. Susan says, wants to see the animal babies. We'll see what we can make happen there, Susan. John says, remember to like this post and share it if you can. Thank you, John. I appreciate that encouragement. Tina, August 7th through 13th with her 9-year-old niece from Iowa. That is great. I hope you guys have a great time. 9 is a fun age to come to a Disney park. I think any age is a great age to come, but old enough to have a little bit of an attention span, not a little bit, an attention span, and still some childhood wonder, just take it all in. So I hope you have a great time. Sandy says Saturday morning is not the same without a stroll through a Disney park with Herb. Thank you so much. Appreciate your being here. Sue has 80 in Ocala, feels like 86, but cloudy. A little bit warmer than here. I'm surprised being so close that it's a temperature change like that, but good for you. He says we're walking like the animals. Alan says green is the word of the day. Everything is green and beautiful. Linda from Pennsylvania, good to see you. John says loves to see the cavalcades floating by at times. You know, that was a kind of an interesting byproduct of the COVID times when Disney had cavalcades on the water, which definitely checked some boxes for social distancing, but it was a chance to have a little bit of a surprise and delight moment. Maybe there would be live music or characters. Always fun. Sarah, hello to you. Hope you were having a good morning. Hi, Beryl. Nice to see you. Hope all is going well for you, and thank you for all that you do for World of Walt. Donna says, loves this secret pathway. It's a hidden gem and a peaceful walk. I completely agree. I think a lot of people miss it, but it is a great way to cut from Pandora back up to Africa. It's also very natural, peaceful, usually not terribly crowded. And as a bonus, Disney was able to use this for very extended lines when Flight of Passage was a bit newer. Linda has 67 days to go. Hope that you have a great visit. If you're counting the number of days until your next Disney visit, you might want to check out, magicalcountdown.com, where you can get your very own paper-based countdown calendar to count down the number of days till your next Disney World trip up to 365. And Mike from the Netherlands, hello, 2 weeks to go. I'm sorry I probably butchered your name, but I was so excited to see someone from Europe on the broadcast. So thank you for being here. I appreciate your spending a bit of time with us. Jeff's got a Disneyland trip coming up in October. That's great. Chris, thank you for the nice comments. Happy to share some Disney fun. Appreciate your being here and spending some of your Saturday with me. And to all of you who are watching this broadcast after, not live, thanks to you as well. So I think there are more views after the live broadcast than there are of the live broadcast. So I always appreciate folks who are here and everyone who comes a bit after. Linda from sunny and humid Chicagoland, Illinois. Melissa says, pins in the mail, ? Melissa, that's a great question. Yes, it's possible, and it's true. And you too can get it. And you have, maybe unintentionally or perhaps intentionally, prompted the latest shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. And for that, you get my undying appreciation as your reward for the day. If you or anyone you know would like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Wendy on YouTube, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Judy asks, what park are we in? We are in Disney's Animal Kingdom at the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, making our way from Pandora up to Africa, which is where we are now. Headed back to Kilimanjaro Safari, where I have a lightning lane reservation. Looking forward to seeing what's going on with the animals. Always an amazing adventure. I always get something a little bit different because you don't know what to expect from the animals. Sometimes they're eating, sometimes they're hiding, sometimes they're just sort of chilling out. All good things to do. Those are things I'd want to do if I was an animal. Vicky, hello to you. Kate says, wishes she were here. Wish she could be here too. I'd love to bring you all along. We go on a safari and eat some popcorn. It sounds like the Tamu drummers are entertaining the crowd up here. We're going to take a look. Jill from the UK, hello to you. Michael says, Tusker House rocks. That is a good place. A lot of fun. Vicky has got 81 in Georgia. Constance from Calgary, Canada. Thank you for being here. Elizabeth, good morning. John says his hips don't lie. You can't dance like that. You can dance in spirit. But those drummers always do a great job of encouraging the crowd to join in, and almost always people do. It's fun. Alan asked if I'm dancing. I most certainly am, Alan. It's not something that YouTube or Facebook allows on video, but yes, I am. Okay, no, I'm not. But it's a good question. All right, welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris, where the standby wait is 50 minutes, 50. Thankfully, we have a lightning lane today, so we'll get to skip most of that wait. Kathleen says she's doing some toe tapping. Carolyn says it looks pretty crowded today.
You did such a good job!
Michael says when the standby queue opens to the left, it's going to be a long wait. This is true because it is a long walk back to where you load onto the ride. Yep. Keith says, surprised they don't use Buzz Lightyear for the Lightning Lane logo. That's an interesting thought. I wonder why Disney did that, or didn't do that. You might be able to get a job in marketing here. Elmer says, animals, here we come. The fans are on and doing their job here in the queue, which is nice. Yeah, this is a good standby line, good long wait in the standby line. Vicky says, enjoy the safari. Thank you, Vicky, you're welcome. Appreciate your being here. Michael, hello to you in Beechwood, New Jersey. Hope you're having a good day there. Judy says, Pixel Pass won't let her in. Understand the joys and tribulations of blackout dates. Michelle, hello to you in New Hampshire. All right, so even the Lightning Lane reservations backed up a bit here. Or Lightning Lane queue, excuse me, it's backed up a bit.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party through the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring with Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wild.
Jumbo, to you, Marlene. Janine trying to be there in November for Mom's birthday, but she passed away. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. Shane, hello to you in Bermuda. Awesome, I appreciate your being here. I'll be in the Eastern Caribbean in late July and early August on a Disney cruise on the Disney Magic. Can't wait for that. It's going to be fun. Tanya says, can't wait to see the animals. Jake and Kendra says, love the YouTube and the Facebook live streams. Thank you, Jake and Kendra. Appreciate your being here. Thank you for joining me. Thought we'd try some new technology and try to get the broadcast on both of those sites at the same time live. And it seems like it's probably working, which is great. You never know when you try something new. John said, many international viewers today. It's wonderful. Thank you all for being here.
You need to be quiet. You need to be quiet. Okay.
Stroller parking over here to the right. Linda says she is patiently waiting for Disney to announce the days of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Shouldn't be too much longer before they provide that information. I know the Halloween dates have been out for a while. We're actually on the doorstep of Halloween parties. God, the brakes on the truck are coming through loud and clear. Welcome to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Keith said last Tuesday was his birthday, first wild broadcast since then. Happy birthday to you, Keith. Appreciate your being here. Marie, hello to you and good morning. Heather says it sounds busy. There are a lot of people stuffed into this queue, anxious to get their opportunity to go on safari. Michelle says, do we know when Jollywood dates will be released? I do not know. I did publish an article recently at worldabout.com about how Disney is opening auditions to performers for Jollywood Nights, so that effectively confirms it's coming back. And I guess they could cancel or not announce it, even though the shows are getting ready. But it seems to me like if they're going to the time and effort to bring performers in, they're going to move forward. We just don't know the dates quite yet. So hang in there. You can always check out worldabout.com for all the latest Disney news and information. Follow on Facebook. Amy says, a favorite ride, lion watching from Lake Crystal, Minnesota. Sounds like a nice place. Alright, it won't be long now. John waiting for Mickey's Christmas party dates as well. Mary Martin says lunch at Flame Tree. That sounds like an amazingly good idea. Phyllis, good morning to you. Says loves this ride. Thanks for being here, Phyllis. Nice to see you. Tanya says a great morning having breakfast together. Thank you, Tanya. Nice to see you. Michael says 114 days until the surprise Disney Dream Cruise. I won't tell anybody. We'll keep it a surprise. Susan's birthday is July 11th. Susan, happy upcoming birthday to you. A couple weeks it's going to be here. Barbara says, like that it's on YouTube, can watch on the TV instead of the phone. Thank you, Barbara. Happy that this technology is cooperating for today. Also happy to see that YouTube allows you to do the live broadcast on their television. That's great news. Hopefully it gives more people an opportunity to experience the live broadcast and replays in a different way. Robert said there should be a contest to have breakfast with me. Yeah, whoever loses has to have breakfast with me. Although they like breakfast. Keith says we need a safari vehicle for 328 people, please. Alright, we're not going to get on this next safari vehicle, but maybe the one after that, I think we got a pretty good shot. Barbie says July 5th is her birthday, going to be there hoping to run into me. I hope so as well, Barbie. I hope you have a wonderful birthday visit. If I happen to be in the same park as you, please stop by and say hello. I'd love to see you. It's always a thrill for me to say hi to folks. It's an honor for me that you take some time out of your vacation to do that. Someone asked if I had a fast pass. I did have a lightning lane reservation, yes. Still a bit of a wait, but not nearly as long as what it would be had we got in a standby wait. So I think we got in line about 10:20 to almost maybe 10:30. So it's a 10-minute wait. Much better than the 50 plus minutes that the standby folks are having to wait through. Brian says, hard to believe so many people paid extra for this line. I know. Disney has its ways of minting money.
This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space.
You have a preference when you like to videotape? You like the left side or the right side?
Either one's okay.
I'll have you on row 6.
Thank you.
Jumbo, everyone. Welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Let's go. Jumbo, my friends. My name is Kayla.
All right, our chariot awaits. Oh, but not that one. This one looks a little screechy.
Okay, everyone, welcome to the Kilimanjaro Safaris. Go ahead, slide a little down to the left-hand side, making room for everyone. And if your whole entire group does not fit in the truck, wait behind the all line at the dock, we'll get you on the next one. And as you all enter into the truck, if you look above you, you will see an animal spotting guide. It's going to help you identify.
All right, so I'll be
those
quiet
animals.
so that you and others around me can hear what's going on after we get underway.
Those doors will be closing, and I do want to take this time to thank you
So
all
we
for
got a great
choosing
seat. We do.
Kilimanjaro Safaris.
I understand.
All the safaris you've gone on today, we're glad you chose us.
Time to see some animals. Which ones do you want to see?
Anna Honey Sims Sancho. Good morning.
Santi
to
Sana
you.
Warden. So just like we like to say out here in Harambe, Twin Day, which means let's go.
Let's go.
And
Okay.
Jumbo, everyone.
Enjoy.
Welcome to the Kilimanjaro Safaris. I'll be your guide here today, Sebastian, as we make our way out into the reserve. But a couple of safety reminders before we fully it out. Make sure we're staying seated at all times, keeping our hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle as we move along here today. We've got to wait for 1 5-minute clearance, but that lantern flashes. We'll be good to start a safari. Should be going off any moment now. I said it should be going off any moment now. Well, it's been a great 10 seconds, but y'all better think it's time to turn around. What do y'all think? All right, no problem. Or we could try one more time, so how about now, please? There we go, and it looks like we're good to start our 2-week adventure out here in the Little Eatery Forest, which is home to many animals that use camouflage as their main form of defense. Just keep an eye on the bushes and tree lines as we go along. It'll be difficult to find these animals at first, but once you know what to look out for, it ain't gonna be too tough. Matter of fact, everyone look on the right-hand side immediately. That is an okapi. It's got some very distinct patterns on its legs that remind me of a zebra, but that is not related to a zebra. What's it actually related to? Exactly, my friends, that is the only living relative of the giraffe. They were known about by locals for a long time, but it wasn't until 1901 that they were finally discovered by Westerners, thinking them to be myths. Looks like there's not much else I can see over there on the right-hand side, not unless I'm missing anything. So I think we can skip over it for right now. I think if we move ahead, we'll be able to find some more animals here. Wait a second. Everyone, left-hand side, over by that broken log, you're going to see their next animal, the black rhino. One of the smallest of the rhino species, only weighing around 3,000 pounds. They also have a prehensile lip that helps them browse for any food and vegetation out here as well.
See Benny? Right there. See flamingos.
He is pretty adorable down there.
Look, right there.
But since we're talking about the vegetation too, it actually got me thinking that there could be some animals hiding in the bushes that we're not looking at. Everyone look up on the right-hand side. I think I just saw something. Or look into the bushes around here. There are some greater kudu, tallest antelope in Africa. They'll hide in the bushes to evade predators.
There it is.
But up there, if you do see a reddish-brown antelope, see the horns in the back, all the way in the back? It's a bongo. A very shy and reclusive antelope, so good at hiding, they get the nickname, the Ghost of the Forest. They're very hard to see, though. Kind of fits their name a little bit. But there is one last animal that I can actually show you guys. It's coming up on the left-hand side. There's another black rhino over there, but take a look at this one by the bamboo. A saddle-billed stork. They have a wingspan of 7 to 9 feet in length and will mate for life, foraging and nesting together in pairs. They've also been known to fight off other pairs of saddle-billed stork together as well. How romantic. Let's switch gears. We're going to go to somewhere different called the Safi River, home to many aquatic animals. Just keep your eyes on the banks and on the river below us for anything that might be lurking just beneath. But we have to be careful. The animals up ahead do tend to be a little more territorial and or aggressive. So as we slowly make our way to the Safi River, that first animal we're about to encounter will be the pink-backed pelicans. One of the 8 pelican species in the world. They get their name from their feathers turning pink color during mating season. There is something bigger in the water though. If y'all look on the right-hand side, immediately on the right, in the water, that's a hippo. They'll stay underneath the water like that for the majority of the day, spending 7 to 8 minutes at a time completely submerged. They are territorial and will defend these areas with their 18-inch incisors, but we can all agree on one thing, right? That was a horrible view. Look to the left-hand side instead. There are the hippos again. Now, it may look like they swim around here, but they don't swim that much. What they do instead is they float, and they'll sink down to the bottom of the riverbed to walk or run across it. I did promise you guys a scary animal, though, didn't I? Even though the hippo is one of the most dangerous animals out here, they're still kind of cute. Let's find something scarier. Something toothy. This animal that we're looking for now does tend to stay around the banks, waiting for any prey to come on by to take a sip of water, while it's hanging out by the banks hidden. As soon as that animal comes by, it will come out and snap. There's another hippo down there we can see, but we're not looking for them. We're looking for the Nile crocodiles. One of the largest crocodiles out here in Africa, and they are opportunistic eaters, meaning anything that comes their path, they're most likely going to try to eat it. But they're not all that bad, as the Nile crocodiles will also put their eggs inside of their mouths in order to help them hatch. And I don't know about you all, but that sounds like some grade A parenting in my opinion. But as you saw down there, it wasn't really easiest to see if there was even a crocodile down there. Let's try to find something else then. I do want to point out real quick though, the animals we did find around here are endangered due to deforestation. But there are ways we can prevent this. By using less paper and recycling, we can ensure that the habitats, just like the ones we're traveling to right now, will stay intact for the animals up inside of them. Oh, speaking of trees, up ahead, look at that. That's a baobab tree. Now, it may look like it's upside down, but it's really just leafless. And it will stay leafless like that for the majority of the year, holding water on the inside of its trunk to survive throughout droughts. I could tell you more about that tree out there, but I'm not gonna. What, did you want to know about it?
Please.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Because at the moment, the baobab tree is just a very good indication that we're going to be heading directly into the savannah, which you guys already know is home to a lot of the animals on that spotting guide. So I would recommend you get your cameras out now, because we're going to see how close we can get to them. There might be an animal blocking the pathway right now, though, which is why we're not moving. So we're going to hang out for a moment, too. Here's something fun y'all can do. While we talk about nothing, you can ask questions. Shout it out as loud as you can, and I'll try to answer anything you guys got if there ever comes a time again. Is that a question? Or no? No problem. Hey, but while I can't really guarantee that we're going to be finding any specific animal out here in the savannah, I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm looking for one animal in particular. A baby giraffe. Exactly, so let's try our best to try to find it, right? There's already a couple of animals we can see out there in the distance. If anyone else can see out there, I do see a Hartman's mountain zebra and a Maasai giraffe. Now, with the Maasai giraffe, they are actually the tallest animal in the world, reaching upwards of 18 to 20 feet in height. They can also reach up to speeds of 35 miles per hour, but not a lot of predators like to go after them, since they have a very powerful kick that even lions are afraid of, so they're rarely hunted.
Not sure yet.
There's actually a lot of giraffes out here. Now we'll talk about the zebra in a little bit, because I do see that they're a little further out than I originally thought. But real quick, look at the one with big horns that's coming up right next to us. Those are Ankoli cattle. Their horns can actually grow up to 3 to 4 feet in length and are hollow on the inside with a honeycomb structure. It may look like they have those horns for defense, but they're instead used to regulate the body temperatures. And one of my friends pointed out the baby. You're right. The baby is out there on the right-hand side. You see him eating a little bit of a twig. You'll see it here in just a moment. It's in front of a tree. That baby is actually 8 feet tall right now, and he was born 3.5 months ago here in the Kilimanjaro Safaris. You know, I think I just got a glimpse of another animal. This is actually one of my favorites. Everyone, look on the left-hand side. Underneath this cave coming up ahead, there's another animal hiding, or sleeping, I should say. Those are painted dogs under the cave. One of the most proficient hunters in the savannah, chasing down their prey and wearing them out before catching them. The coat that you see down there is unique to every single one of them, truly earning them that name, the Painted Dogs. And raise of hands, who thought they were hyenas? So, they are often mistaken for hyenas, but they're not related. Painted dogs are related to dogs. Hyenas are related to cats. So they actually do chase each other away sometimes. When it comes to finding food out here in the savannah, sometimes the hyenas will find some and the painted dogs will chase them off and have them run away so they can take the food, or it'll be vice versa. But whichever way, whoever gets to the food first or even scares other animals away from the food gets to keep it. Since we're getting a little close to those zebras that you see on the side of the hill, I have a question about them. Are they white with black stripes or black with white stripes? So they do have a skin color that I believe is a blackish color, but they do have that black fur with white fur as well. But there is one order to it. They are black with white stripes. We know this because of their nose. They have a black nose with a white stripe starting on the bridge of their nose, and the cool thing is, we don't even know why they have the stripes. It's only a theory that they have them to confuse the predators, hide their numbers, or to prevent bugs from biting them. One other way that we could actually tell that it is black with white stripes is because some zebra are born without stripes, just out of, I believe, what is the word I'm looking for? But it's every now and then they're born without stripes. But when they are born without stripes, it is going to be a black zebra. Try to get a little bit of a closer view. One of my friends up front, who said brown? So you are half correct, actually, because when they're born, they start off with the brown and white, and it slowly develops into black over time. Try to get a little bit of a closer view for you guys. We might even get a close encounter here in a moment, so get those cameras out and ready if you don't have them out now, because you're going to want to. Or you're going to block the road instead. This is the path we're choosing today? Okay, no problem. I'll try to get my afro out of the way. Crazy, right?
Yeah, it is crazy. I hope he does it.
Want a bit of a close view?
Yeah.
Looks like we got another one coming up. This one we're not able to stop next to, but we are going to drive very close to it.
Isn't that cool?
There's some more animals coming up ahead, so let's see if we can actually talk about these real fast. Little tiny antelope coming up ahead with a black stripe on the sign is a springbok. They get their name from their ability to spring into the air to avoid predators, jumping over 6 feet in the air and 13 feet across. They can do all of that while running to 50 to 60 miles per hour. The gray one, you should recognize that from the Lion King because they are wildebeest, second most densely populated mammal in the world, only second to us humans. They do migrate for around 500 to 1,000 miles, with their migrations being able to see from across the savannah. Kind of makes you want to say Mufasa. But there is something concerning. Lots of trees that have been ripped to shreds by something. I can tell you right now, a human did not do that. Whatever caused that was huge. Now, normally we go to the right-hand side to continue on. This is the safest way we could go. But after what we just saw, we should go to the left. There are a lot of trees around here that have been knocked down by something, all leading up to this big tree was snapped in half. You all tell me, what animal did this?
Elephant.
You got it right on the nail and look straight ahead.
Oh.
It was the African elephant. A very social animal, but males do tend to be a little more solitary. They like to knock down these trees to eat the leaves off of them, so that's most likely what we saw. Ooh, left-hand side on that rock, that's a mandrill. Largest monkey in the world, having a short tail and a bright blue red face that will get brighter when they get excited. The direct inspiration for Rafiki. But I'm happy that the elephant is on the right-hand side, because if you look back there, there's a ravine that we gotta drive through. This is the plan. Let's get to the other side, swing by elephants to take a quick photo, and make a beeline straight to the ravine to see what's waiting for us. The only thing that we have to do right now is cross over this road coming up on the right-hand side. Then we'll be able to get a really close photo of the... Ah, great. Never mind, we're not going that way. Let's go to the left instead. That would have been a great view of the elephants, too. There is something a little more concerning, though, because I've never driven down this road before. Should be fine. As long as we don't cross any old bridges, we'll be okay. Besides, what's the worst that can happen?
Kenny, you're good, buddy.
Well, it's not that bad. Besides, we're not afraid of this bridge, are we? Exactly. So let's cross over. And don't worry, I'll take it nice and easy. See? It's a little loose, but I think we can make it. We're already halfway across. And we just made it. But I tell y'all, easy peasy. And not only that, but it did lead us to something else really cool. Look around us. We got some red clay here with some chunks missing from the walls. I do know that elephants eat this to gain minerals and nutrients they don't normally get from day-to-day life, but anything could have done this. Well, you should look for something a little more significant, like tusk marks. That's a good sign, because that means there's going to be a lot more elephants out here in a moment. And it would make sense why we'd see them around here. This area is rich in a lot of dirt, grass, and mud. They take that stuff and throw it onto their backs and onto their bodies to protect their skin from the sun like sunscreen. However, there is something else that might be attracting the elephants out here, and it's something we've already talked about. Look out there on the left-hand side. Tell me what it is. What is it? Got it, my friends. It's that tree again. Another baobab tree. If you remember from before, I did say that it's filled with water. The elephants know this. So what they'll do is take their tusks and ram them into the trees to access the water inside. Because of this, the baobab tree does get the nickname, the Tree of Life. Want a quick photo?
Where's the lion?
However, we haven't seen the elephants just yet. I think if we get into the mud down here, we'll get a closer view. But while we head into the mud, I do want to point out that this might be an opportunity to find other animals too, because elephants aren't the only ones who use it. Rhinos also roll around in the mud to protect their skin. But there is another animal that uses it to build their home. Real quick view of the elephant. That's an amazing video of it walk towards us. Amazing photo if you're able to get it. But look at this. Greater flamingos. They're using the mud to build their nests. They'll incubate their eggs in this nest, but when they hatch, they don't come out with pink feathers. They'll start with gray feathers. Does anyone know how to get the pink feathers? Exactly. It's going to be from eating shrimp. Little tiny shrimp that is rich in something called beta-carotene that will give them that pink color in their feathers. I think some of you guys may even know what type of shrimp they eat because some of us have them as pets. They eat brine shrimp, otherwise known as sea monkeys. But now I'm going to need everybody's help. We'll be entering into a very dense area of the savannah. If you see any animals here, just point them out and let me know. We'll try to talk about them. So let's see what's around the corners. It looks like we got nothing. Well, that's weird, but maybe they're just hiding. Wouldn't be the first time we see an animal hiding out here anyways, right? So I have no doubt in my mind there will be an animal coming up on the right-hand side. Everyone, take a look at this. Wow, it's nothing. Again. Well, that's weird. I thought there'd be lots of animals here, but looks like there's not much to talk about. What's keeping these animals away then? Oh, great. Everyone, I know what it is, because I accidentally drove us into the middle of predator hunting territory. Look up on the left-hand side. You got it, that's a cheetah. Fastest land mammal in the world, reaching upwards of 60 to 70 miles per hour. They also have a black line that runs underneath their eyes that will protect their eyes from the sun in order to reduce glare. And fun fact, the cheetah is the largest cat and still has the ability to meow. Now, it seems like the cheetahs aren't really too bothered by us, so we shouldn't be too bothered by them. But just because we can pass by the cheetahs without a care in the world, does not mean that we're out of the woods yet. Because up ahead, we're approaching a large rock formation called a kopie. And does anyone know what lives on these rocks up ahead?
Lions! Lions!
My friend in the back, you are absolutely correct, because it is the lions. The only problem is, we're not always guaranteed to see them because they're nocturnal hunters. They'll spend the majority of the day sleeping and then go out at night to hunt. We'll wait for our friends to move forward, but as soon as we're able to move forward, we're going to check to see if there's any lions over there. Honestly, did not think that we're going to be stopped here, so if you do see the cheetahs back there, you still might be able to get some photos.
Cheetah.
That is a good question. I'm not actually entirely sure myself. I believe that would be the leopard, but we could always ask some friends when we go back. Or, not sponsored, Google is always a good option too.
When are we going?
I just can't do that because I'm driving. Exactly. It's a good thing I got my license today.
I know 'cause it's a lion.
Here's something real cool that I do know about the cheetahs, though, since we're asking about their coats. So do you know that the cheetahs actually do not have spots all the time? Because they don't have spots when they're younger. Does anyone know what mimicry is? Animal mimicry. So that's camouflage. Mimicry is when they try to look like another animal. Cheetahs actually do that when they're cubs. Because, here's the thing. Mom and Dad have the cubs. Dad leaves. Mom takes care of them, but she still has to find food. She doesn't bring them with them. They have to stay in the one specific spot where they are hidden, their little area. Can't think of the word for it right now, but the point is, when the mom goes out, they're defenseless. They have nothing to protect them. So, the best way that the cheetahs have actually evolved to actually protect themselves is that they'll look like honey badgers when they're younger. No animal is going to go next to a honey badger as they're a very aggressive animal, so while the mom is not there, nothing will actually go to them or try to attack them. There are other forms of mimicry that don't really involve the animal actually looking like one other animal. Some of them are actually even like butterflies, where they have those eyes on their wings. One other animal that actually does the same thing are tigers. Even though we're not in Asia, the tigers do have white spots in the back of their ears to represent eyes in case something's behind them.
Yeah, 'cause we're leaving at night.
But we were talking about the lions. So let's take a look up on the left-hand side. Maybe there's something around here still. And see that slab? There's a lion on top of it. You'll see the ear, little black stripe, a little bit of a yellowish tint on the edge of it.
That look like them.
That is a female lioness you see on top of the rock. She is the one that does all the hunting for the pride, while the male will tend to stay back and defend the pride. But whether they choose to hunt or defend, they're always going to be tired during the day, spending 20 hours of the day sleeping.
I get to go for
I'm not going to lie. Makes me jealous. So we'll let them rest right now and let them have a little cat nap. Real quick, we're going to try to find some more lions, but look up there on the right-hand side. That's a water buck. Strange antelope as it prefers to stay close to a water source and not move too far away from it. They also have an oily coat that has a distinct smell to it. We're going to get to that in a little bit. I do think my friends actually back there did talk about that, but we're going to wait for a little bit. Because I want to take one more look at the lion over there on the left. Because that is a male. Oh, there's actually 3 lions around here. You guys saw the first one, we see the second one here, but look on top of the rock. If you can see a view of it, there's another female up there. So 2 females, 1 male. You guys know what that means, because we just found Simba, Nala, and Kiara. And since we found them, it makes me think that we could find one of their friends too. But if we're going to find one of their friends, it is one of the most difficult animals to find out here in the Kilimanjaro Safaris. In fact, it's one of those animals that if you do not find it, it will be pretty much gone for the rest of the day. Oh, am I playing chicken right now? Okay. Well, I am a chicken, so we're gonna wait. This is an ostrich, by the way, my friends, jokes aside. The ostrich is the largest and heaviest bird in the world, and they produce the largest eggs. Eggs being so strong, if you were to stand on top of them, they wouldn't even break.
There's right there.
Oh, so fun little thing. It's actually a girl. The ostriches do have specific colors depending on if they're boy or girls. The boys have all black feathers. The girls have gray feathers. It looks like it's actually watching the ostrich.
It's not really, that's wrong.
That's the most, yeah, it is. That's the most active I've ever seen.
It's not a rock, Daddy.
Everyone, left-hand side almost immediately. Look back there or else you're going to miss it. There's 3 animals laying down. What are they? It's all the way towards the back where the metal door is. I can't stay here for too long because we are kind of falling behind, but if you see it, those are warthogs.
Oh, there they are.
And they're going to live in the burrows that you see underneath them, but they most likely stole these burrows away from another animal. They have the capability of making their own burrows, but they like to steal it for some reason. And you're right, my friend, these are the rhinos, the white rhinos. They get their name from a misunderstanding of the Afrikaans word white.
That's
Meaning
so
why?
close.
Because they do have a very wide and flat lip that help them graze on grass. And there's one more thing that I want to show you guys. We did see that ostrich going away. I do think she left something behind. Look to the right, on the floor in between the dirt road and tall grass. Exactly, those are her eggs. Ostrich eggs. What was that again? So she doesn't come check on these because we only have females around here. So those eggs are exactly like the ones you'd find at the store. But now let's head into our final part of our safari, Magadi Glen, which is home to one of our farmers that helps us with our conservation efforts. We'll swing by and see what they're doing to help us out, and I do think we're going to see one of our cutest conservation efforts around, called the Nigerian dwarf goat. A manageable livestock to have because this will be the biggest size they'll ever get. They also produce a sweet milk that the farmer can sell that is very nutritious. It's just another way we're trying to conserve our size for the animals that are around us. The conservation does not have to end here. We can always do our part when it comes to it. Whether it be recycling our old electronic devices, using less paper, or even teaching our friends and families about the animals we found here today. We can ensure they will all stay with us for many years to come. But now that we're leaving Magadi Glen, we will be heading back to Harambe Village, which unfortunately means our safari is coming to an end. But this doesn't mean your journey has to end with us. If you want to see some more animals we're able to see out here today and learn more about conservation, head to Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, where we have animals like the meerkats, naked mole rats, an underwater viewing area of the hippos, and as the name would imply, the gorillas. Or head over to Rafiki's Planet Watch, where we have a petting zoo, where you can see more of those Nigerian dwarf goats. And for any of my friends on board that are wilderness explorers, you can always pick up your badge as soon as you exit out. All you have to do is let them know you're on the Simba 1. That is the SIMBA-1. You'll get your badge. But it has been a very long 2 weeks out here in the Kilimanjaro Safaris, and I do hope that you all enjoyed it. Before we reach the unload area, though, make sure we're gathering all of our belongings before exiting out. Look at the seats beside you and the floor beneath you. Parents, make sure we have our kids, and kids, this is very important. Make sure we have our parents, and we'll be ready to go. But out here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. It's way too sad and way too final, so instead we say Kwaherini, which means to go well. And I do hope that you all go well and go wild out there into Harambe, and hopefully the animals we found here today will be able to inspire you just like they inspired me. So one last time, my friends, just before we get to that unload area, make sure we gather all of our belongings. These are 2-week adventures, so you don't want to lose your things for 2 weeks. And make sure our group is together with us as we exit out. However, if there's somebody in our party we don't want with us right now is a really good shot to shake them off. It looks like our friends will be giving us that clear here in just a moment. So for the last and final time for all of my friends on board here today, Kwaherini. Go well, go wild, and I do hope that you all have a great day out here in Animal Kingdom. Now, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs on the right-hand side. Those doors will be opening, and watch your step as you exit out. Kwaherini, take care, y'all.
I know that was wrong.
That was a great safari. Sebastian did do a really nice job. He was very knowledgeable, very engaging, very energetic. It's fun to see the ostrich eggs, the rhinos, the hippos, the ostrich, the giraffe up close. That was pretty amazing. It might have been a little hard to see, but it was very amazing in person to see the lion, the male lion, up on top of the rock. So, yeah, I think he was spying the ostriches maybe lunch. Pam said he was good. I agree. He said Sebastian was amazing. He was. I think what I'm going to do is go to the My Disney Experience app where you can leave a cast member compliment to mention how Sebastian did a super job. Pamela says, great ride, favorite at Animal Kingdom. Carla said, what an awesome guide. I agree with you. Ruth also says, great job by Sebastian. Jackie, thank you so much. Appreciate your being here. The Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail off to the right. Also a fun area to explore. Jamie says, thank you for the safari. Very happy to share it with you. Thank you for being here and spending some of your Saturday with me. Michael said, safari was fantastic. Lynn said, best driver ever had. He did do a super job. Definitely did a super job. Greg says, thanks for Stroll. Greg, you're very welcome. Tammy says she could tell that he loves what he does. That's true. That enthusiasm for his role definitely came through. Deborah said, learned a lot today, never heard before. Let them know the 300 others agree. I will do that. Eugene says, thanks for a great time. Yes. Hello.
It's Iona.
Oh, hi, Iona. How are you?
Oh, so glad to finally meet you.
Yes, you too.
I tried to catch you before, and you'd be there, and I'd be here.
Ah, I'm
and
glad
so
you.
we ran right over. Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I've been sitting ever since you got on that on the truck.
Yeah, well, thank you for waiting. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I wanted to see. Can we take a picture together?
Of course.
Absolutely. So I showed my daughter because she had to go charge her scooter. There.
Thank you for saying hi. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And thank you for always being on the
Oh, I
broadcast.
try not to ever miss it. I set an alarm because I'm in Oklahoma. So I'm an hour ahead. So when
Okay.
it's 10 here, it's 9 there. So I have an alarm set every Saturday at 8:30 and at 5:10 it's like, get on there, get on there. So
I'm
I
glad
hardly
you do.
ever miss you. I just love what you do. And I share it every week too.
Thank you so much.
I share it every time, and I've got friends that'll put, I like that video.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to finally get to meet
It's
you.
nice to meet you. Thanks for all your support, and thanks for saying hi and taking some of the time out of your day.
Absolutely. And you know, I'm a big pin of the month. My daughter Kay, I did her for a year and then I took it over.
Yeah.
And she said, you shouldn't do that. I said, yes, I will. She's going to get those pins one day anyway.
Yeah,
So,
well, thank you for that.
yeah, but yeah, she had to run find a plug for her scooter. So
okay.
she forgot to plug it in last night. So she's sitting up there at the yak and getting it plugged in.
Probably getting a workout today, right? She needs that battery.
Yeah. So otherwise she would have been here and met you too.
Oh, please tell her I said hi. I'm sorry I missed her.
I will.
Thank you so
Always a
much.
find you. You have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you. Always great to say hello to other folks. Nice to meet Iona in person. And thanks to all of you for being here. Thank you especially for your comments, for your likes, for your shares. I appreciate all of that. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And that will wrap up the live broadcast today, live on both Facebook and YouTube. Fortunately, it seems like technology worked pretty well, so I'll probably continue this process. Feel free to watch it on one or both places, live or replay, or all of the above. All right, everyone. Hope that you have a great weekend. Until next time, God bless.